What's going on, creators? Yeah, I just want to get on here and share some of the best music libraries of 2021. I'm going to do this in 2022. Hopefully it helps any producer out there trying to make a little bit of extra money. Especially with COVID and everything going on. It's kind of important to start to get revenue streams that are actually working. And so I just wanted to share which ones are working for me and which ones have historically been working in the past, and a resource to find different libraries and different publishers for your music, because kind of depends on what genre of music that you're good at producing. Yeah, it just kind of depends. But, kind of historically, we'll start this off with like Pond 5. If you're just getting into the game, I'd say this is probably one of the better places to get started. They have like a lot of traffic, and they're kind of like a one-stop shop for media. And so, check them out. They're pretty artist-friendly. You can set your own prices. They have a review process, but generally it's not too nitpicky, and so definitely recommend checking them out. Next one on the list here, this is going to have 5 for this video here. There's obviously a lot more, but these have just done well for me in the past. And so the next one is Audio Jungle, and they kind of have the same deal. They got a bunch of like themes and codes and graphics and photos and all that kind of stuff. And so it's kind of like a one-stop shop, so it's pretty handy for people that make media and just creations and everything else, to not have to go one place to get video, one place to get photos, one place to get graphics and all that kind of stuff. And so definitely check them out. Their review process is a little bit more like nitpicky. You can still set your prices to a degree. You have like a decent amount of like control over the way your like shopping store looks. And so, check them out. You can kind of see just on their popular files, you can kind of see their sales for the week. I have some of the top selling, just for example, here's like music. I've seen that much higher, some of these sales. It just kind of depends on the time of year and stuff. It's Plastic 3, he's been in the game for a long time. But like, the next one I want to share is Melody Loops, which doesn't really get that much. I think I talked about the last time I did one of these videos. It consistently has gotten me like sales on like just like music loops for years, and like and it's like pretty basic. A lot of times you just get a good loop on there, and it does fairly well. And check it out if you're into making loops, especially if you're like into video game music and making stuff that is like that. They have a I don't know if it's on this or on like the producer area, where it shows you what they're kind of looking for. And so check them out. Next one I want to show you guys is Motion Array. And this is like a subscription-based model for like selling like music, and they also do videos, photos, and templates. And again, it's kind of in that same one-stop shop vibe for like media assets, which I feel like is important to get involved with, because not only are you getting where other media creators are at, but then people that are making media get introduced to your music. And and I just kind of have a feeling that that's the wave of the future. When it comes to music publishing, just marrying media publishing all kind of together. But for those that just are more into only music publishing, the thing with like these like one-stop shops that I've experienced, at least, is like the placements are pretty sporadic. I mean, they're all over the place of what they could be. If you're more geared to like broadcast and you're making like underscore cinematic type music, this music publisher is the only one I'm exclusive with, which is Mibe, M-I-B-E, mibemusic.com. And like I've gotten the majority of my television placements through Mibe. Not to say all of them, but a good chunk, and it seems like that's kind of like their niche is going to like the broadcast markets and stuff. And so, yeah, if that's something you're into, it's not as glamorous as like one might think. It's like as far as like royalties and like all that kind of stuff goes. But it does have like a residual effect where it's like I've gotten music in different shows that have like continuously been on like the BMI is like my music royalty collector. In the United States, there's like a handful of them, but I just use BMI, and you see the same placements on them. A lot of them placed from this company here. But if you're looking for different libraries and looking for different publishers, I wanted to share this resource too. It's the Music Library Report, and this was started by a guy called, or his name's Art Munson, and like yeah, he's been in like the music publishing game for a long time, and he's been like a session musician, all these kinds of things, producer. But he set up this website for other producers to basically get together and rate these different publishers and music libraries and share their experiences. So it's like, you don't have to, like, if you're like do a little research before, like, if you have a ton of music that you're trying to get off your hard drive and into the hands of a place that can actually move it. This is a good place to do research. There is a cost to it, which what I normally do is like there's like what is it, free access. I don't know. I can't remember how much it costs. I think it's like $10 or something for a week, which that's normally what I do is just a quick like 7-day or something membership, and then check out the music libraries that are ranked and see which are the top like 10 or something, and see if they're something I'm messing with, something I'm not. So it's definitely a good resource to research some of these libraries going into 2022. I just wanted to share that with you guys for anybody that's kind of with the COVID and trying to like get revenue streams and stuff, especially in music. It's maybe not as glamorous as some of like the other ends of music, but it's just like I said, another revenue stream for a producer to tap into. If you only play like an instrument and stuff, you can still try to get good at like at recording yourself and create different sample packs and stuff for like producers. I mean, going into like the new the new music industry or whatever, there's a lot of opportunities that are always emerging, and so stay hopeful and stay positive, and I just wanted to share that with you guys. And until the next video, God bless.